Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Chaos Crew's continuing adventures in Waterdeep and beyond. Um, Last time, my computer took a dump and we didn't get much done. However, the Chaos Crew did make a couple deals, perhaps. One with an intellect devourer that had evidently been created by the Xanathar's old Mind Flayer associate, Nihilor, who died when the Xanathar's lair collapsed, thanks to Scott's old character Slim, and a lot of smoke powder. There was Patience claimed the now dead Mayloon War Dragon's axe, his magic rune axe, Azuredge. And then the party also found Felrect Lafine, a member of Jarlaxle Bainray's mercenary company, Bragendarth, who had come to make a proposal about rethinking the relationship between Bragendarth and the Chaos Crew, as well as bringing the city of Luskan into the Lord's Alliance. So I believe that's actually where the party was headed at the time, because our friend Sunspot also had, after the battle with the Xanathar, long nap. He thought about some things, including when he was a little kid, Laeral Silverhand in an old dungeon near his house, kind of, disintegrating one of his friends. So, yeah. So you guys basically arrive at the Palace of the Open Lord, the seat of government here in Waterdeep, at the foot of Mount Waterdeep itself, sort of in the open plaza. In front of the palace is the Tower of Agaron, the first Open Lord and the Archmage of Waterdeep, many centuries ago. And then up on a ridge of the mountain, sort of overlooking the city and the palace and all that, is Castle Waterdeep, up there. But you guys had come to meet with Laeral and bring forth this proposal that Felrect had brought to you guys.
And I believe somebody was talking to me, and I didn't know who.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as you did hear a woman's voice every so often, saying things in your head.
I assumed it was the intellect devourer messing with me or something. I think. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, and the intellect devourer is alive, and it's in Solaris's bag.
In a jar, I think.
They came to a understanding of sorts.
We think it's going to survive in the bag of holding.
Well, you think it's going to survive in the bag, yeah.
We haven't hit 10 minutes yet. We're not sure.
It's past 10 minutes. He's fine.
It's past 10 minutes. He's fine. But yeah, what do you guys want to do? Felrect is with you, I do believe. Wearing his, his hood. Cold autumn night here in Waterdeep.
I'm just so.
Yeah, you guys. Okay. You guys want to go into the palace and stuff?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're looking for Laeral Silverhand right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go inside and let's see if we can find. I just had a discussion with her recently. She creeps me out sometimes. She's very intense.
Yeah. People tend to crumble around her, from what I've heard.
Oh.
Wait.
I mean, I didn't crumble.
Wait, she's in a circus?
No.
You said she's in a tent?
No. Yes, Patience. She used to be in the circus.
She's a ringmaster of sorts.
Yes.
We left him in charge of making our decisions.
Wait, we
for the
did what?
franchise.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm deciding we should see Laeral Silverhand. Wee. Let's go.
You're the decisionist for when we disagree. Because that was good plan.
Don't worry about it, Sunspot. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Yami, you don't look very convinced.
I don't know what you mean.
I choose just to accept that.
Indeed.
All right. So I assume you guys would probably check out Laeral's office first. Yeah.
Probably.
Where Yami and Solaris had met with her earlier.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you do find that there are two city watchmen sort of standing guard in front of the door as you approach, and they're kind of like, yes, can we help you?
Yeah, we're here to see Laeral Silverhand.
Do you have an appointment with Lady Silverhand?
Do we have an appointment? As I look back.
Of course we do.
Oh, of course we do.
Says Yami. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need an appointment.
No, we have one. We
No,
have
we have one.
We have an appointment.
Sunspot?
Sunspot.
Wait, do we have an appointment or do we not have an
Yeah.
appointment?
Patience,
we
we have
have
an appointment.
That's my job. Wait, we have an
no.
appointment. We have an appointment.
See, I told you we have an appointment. The city guardsmen are just like, oh wow. Yami had 18 to 17. So.
I'll roll deception even though I'm deceiving myself. 18.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, the city watchmen are like, sorry, we weren't told. All right. They'll open the door, and they'll say, Lady Silverhand, your 9 o'clock is here. It's like,
You're 918.
let them in. And the guardsman will open up the door, and you see that Laeral has a harp that's sort of set next to the painting of her that the late Kelvin Aronson painted of her. There's the harp that's sort of playing itself. Ding, 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 ding. And she seems to be doing paperwork at her desk, which is lined in the front with little gemstones that have been carved in the shapes of snails and frogs, and they're all just sort of lined up on the front of her desk.
That's kind of cute.
And she looks up, doing paperwork, and she's like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting. Oh no, come in, please."
We're here for. Hey guys, why are we here again?
We have an appointment.
The appointment.
We're here for an appointment.
Belrect, sort of draws back his hood and lets loose his hair. And Laeral kind of raises her eyebrow and looks around. And Belrect pulls out a note from his cloak and says, "Lady Silverhand, most wonderful open lord of Waterdeep, I am an emissary of Jarlaxle Bainray, the pirate king of Luskan, if you will. And I have been charged with bringing forth a proposal to you of allowing the City of Sails into the Lord's Alliance. Since you are such a noble personage in said alliance, your word would carry much, much, much." And he hands the letter to her, and he kind of opens it and is like, "Yes, that sounds about right for Jarlaxle." Why are the rest of you here?
Well, this might be a problem as I pull out the weapon.
Good.
Why are you
do you
patience?
have Azuredge?
It looks like.
Have what?
Azuredge.
Oh, that's its name.
Bless you?
It's cool. It has a name. Does that mean it's magical?
It is, yes. My husband, may he rest in peace, did have some feelings with it, I suppose. But it was lost a long, long time ago, before Vajra gave it to Mayloon.
Yeah,
Mayloon.
About Mayloon.
Speaking of Mayloon, yeah, he's been dead a while.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, yeah, so apparently he had an intellect devourer in it, and we killed it as I look back at everybody and wink. And I look back at her. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so something else was piloting Mayloon for a while.
He mentioned about going somewhere really important, and I'm like, oh man, you're like a super powerful hero for Waterdeep, right? I mean, this would be really cool, and it should be nice. I should try to like protect you or something. And I went to cast to protect good and evil on him, and then suddenly he just fell dead, and there was a walking brain in our bar. Well,
And
in
then we
your
stepped
bar.
on it.
Yeah.
And then went.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had heard that there had been an incident at the noodle.
Yep, that was pretty much that.
I'm pretty used to that at this point, but
Yeah,
I
us
see.
too.
Okay, so you came here to tell me that Mayloon was dead and that you have Azuredge, and Mr. Lafine here came here to bring me a proposal about joining the Lord's Alliance. Okay. I see.
Yep.
Well, I thought
think-
it would be better than just like, us coming at separate times or something. Just get it all out of the way.
I get that. Okay. There's a lot on my plate.
Does she still look like she did from when?
She looks exactly the same.
Because didn't she look kind of like crazy when I was a kid?
Yeah, that is one of the things. Her hair isn't like all out
like
and like going around her. Another thing you notice is that she does not have that that crown anymore that she was wearing. And she looks a lot more put together than she did back then. She has a nice dress on.
You can't see right through her.
Yeah, that does help.
Oh, we also have questions to ask.
We do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get to that, first things first, Mr. Lafine, I appreciate your employer's candor here. I do appreciate the compliments and the flowery language and all that. However, it's more complicated than just saying, yes, you understand. Well, of course. So I have to decline this proposal for the time being. Not speaking personally, with the War of the Silver Marches having completely destroyed the Alliance, the Lord's Alliance is the only thing holding together the North, and I would more than want Luskin and Elturel and all of these things to join the Lord's Alliance, but Luskin especially, I mean, you must understand the historical complications of that. I mean, when I was a young woman, many years ago, I basically helped Luskin raise itself up again from the ruins of Netheril. So I understand as better than anyone just how much a city can change. But, and she sort of looks at Solaris and Jamey and everybody and is like, but there are certain complications that would arise if Luskin were to be allowed to enter the Alliance as is. Most notably, Neverwinter would leave, which means I wouldn't have any diplomatic way to handle certain situations that your friends here have created, let's say.
I mean, did we really create that, or was somebody else really at fault for that?
Wait.
Okay, that might be unfair, but exacerbated is perhaps a better word than created.
Wait, what did you guys do?
Yami, do you want to
I
feel
don't
this
think
one?
any of you have told
I'll-
Patience
yes.
yet.
I kind of gave Lord Daggalt Neverember, the so-called, the would-be king of Neverwinter, wedgie, and then he cut off my hands. But really, I mean, here's the joke. That I hadn't thought about it at the time. I was kind of too busy yelling about my hands being cut off. But I noticed that he did that in full view of the Temple of Tyr. The god who lost his hand, who gave up his hand to bind the horrible Kezef, the Chaos Hound. Kind of ironic.
Now I think of it, Patience is wearing a black glove on his right hand. For those that aren't that deeply nerdy in Forgotten Realms, the clerics of Tyr wear a black glove on their right hand to symbolize that loss of a hand of Tyr's.
He says, I lost both hands, so it's kind of even better. So joke's on Neverember.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, Solaris already said she's going to make me new hands, so.
We're working on that.
Is there like anywhere to sit in the room?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. She has plush chairs in front of her desk.
I'm just like, can I just take a seat for a moment?
Of course.
And I just like sit down, elbows on knees, and just concerned, and just staring at the ground for a bit over Yami's past actions that have trumped anything Patience has done. At least he thinks.
And
I got made an honorary guard for some reason.
Yes, that did happen, didn't it?
And I got a wolf out of it. I had a pretty good time in Neverwinter. I'm not gonna lie.
Good for you, Sunspot. Good for you.
And
I was wanting to join the Lord's Alliance someday. Now that's never going to happen.
Laeral says, well, I mean, not necessarily. The Lord's Alliance will stand regardless if I have any say about it. But things are...
But I can't support an alliance that caused permanent damage to my friend.
Yes, I understand that. I will say, Lord Neverember has been a difficult member. Difficult for many reasons. But if Neverwinter were to revoke its support, if I were to let Luskan into the Alliance, which isn't even my call on my own, it would be a group decision, as an alliance usually is. If Neverwinter were to revoke its support, we might lose Baldur's Gate, we might lose Daggerford, we might lose Silvery Moon, we might lose... the whole Lord's Alliance might fall apart.
I mean, we already lost El Toro.
That's true.
What if we could change his mind?
Well, I'm doing my best to do that at the moment, but if you would be more successful than I am, I wouldn't say no.
I don't know how you would do that, though. Like, the only way I think you would even be willing to do that is if somehow his mind was like completely changed with something else.
Yes, it's...
If he's willing to chop off somebody's hands over a prank. As Patience has already completely forgotten everything for that happened in the tavern.
Lord Neverember isn't known for being a very patient man. I never knew him very well, of course, but...
Oh, actually, you're a woman of resources. Do you know of any way we could get Yami hands? Maybe her own back, or replacements of some kind. Hopefully not like horrible, like tentacle arms or something crazy. But...
Yes. I mean, that could be arranged. And Yami actually says, no, that's fine. I feel like these are kind of a badge of honor, you know?
Though tentacle arms might be really cool in a fight.
Okay,
They
well,
would.
you have a point. But I mean, that's kind of
You wanna-
Peggy's thing.
you
Or
wanna-
like little hook hands. And you
You,
can just like
you want to be able to
gouge
hold your
people.
fans anymore.
Okay, I mean, I can. She lifts it out of her pocket with telekinesis, and she's like, I mean, I could do this, but
Sunspot takes out a little copper piece and goes, catch, and tosses it to Jamey.
ow!
See, you can't even catch a copper piece.
Real mature Sunspot. Okay, listen. I can wear these as a badge of honor. I don't need to catch your copper piece. Let it lay on the ground. It's beneath
It's
me.
not
Actually,
there.
I'm gonna-
It's not
I'm
there
gonna-
anymore. It's
No,
gone.
no, that's mine.
It's gone.
Where did it go anyway? It must have went like under a piece of furniture or something.
Yeah, probably. Yami looks at Solaris.
Oh yeah, a 26 sleight of hand.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's like all
It-
my money.
We probably didn't even
Yami-
hear it hit the ground. It
Yami
probably
doesn't
never
even
hit the
have to
ground.
see to know.
You just stole from the poor person in your group. How's it feel, Solaris?
And Felrect will say, well, I do understand your hesitancy then, Lady Silverhand, but do know that Lord Durlaxle has, as part of this proposal, he would be willing to help fund Waterdeep's rebuilding of their navy, help manage the Sword Coast and naval protection all along there. And he would be willing to allow companies of Bregendarth to bolster the city watch here, especially with this Zentarum problem that's come up. And she says, yes. Like I said, I'll put it this way. If Lord Neverember is able to have his mind changed, or there's some political turnabout where Neverwinter's problems with Luskan could be overcome, if the positives of Luskan joining would outweigh the negatives, I could bring this to the council. I'm not against Luskan joining at all. In fact, I see it as a final promise that I made to my Uncle L that I would do this. So I would love to see Luskan join the Lord's Alliance at the end of the day.
Who's your Uncle L?
Oh, my Uncle Elminster.
Oh, wait, yeah, I think you've
Wait,
mentioned
your
that.
uncle is Elminster?
Well, he raised me and taught me magic.
He's
Whoa.
like the magic of the Forgotten Realms, isn't he?
Well, with Meester dead, yes. He's kind of taken up the mantle.
I wonder what he's doing now. Meanwhile, in the yawning portal, he's just playing chess with some random person.
He's
playing chess with
you.
He's playing chess with the literal Matthew Mercer.
Mm.
Takes a sip of Lathander's dew.
I bet he's fighting something.
Seems thou have underestimated my skill at dragon chess. But yeah, she says, actually, it's from my uncle that I got my love of. She picks up one of the frog figurines. My love of little creatures like this. Puts it back down.
All little creatures.
She has a big smile on her face as she, kind of sits at her right, back on her desk.
So, Maloon.
Mayloon, yes.
Don't know how long he's been actually dead. Also concerned because this was kind of his. As I present the weapon again.
Well, if Azuredge let you pick her up, then it might be willing to let you wield her.
Let me pick her up.
Yes.
It has a
She let
mind
me
of its
pick her
own.
up first.
Well, from what I understand,
Solaris just has a little yellow gem on her head.
from what I understand, Azuredge was created, well, basically around the same time that Waterdeep got the name Waterdeep, by Agaron, the first Open Lord. And it contains the spirit of, I forget names. And Patience, you hear in your voice, or not in your voice, in your head, you hear
I'm just
the
possessed.
you hear the female voice say in your head, Laeral.
Leroon.
Laeral, that's what it is. Yes, yes. She was the warlord of Waterdeep back then, and I believe
did Patience know
Agaron
that?
put her spirit into Azuredge, so that she'd always protect the city.
I look down at the axe. Is that true? Guys, I think the axe was talking to me.
Indeed.
She says
That sounds
indeed.
about par for the course.
She says indeed. I just don't want to have a one-side conversation so you guys are confused.
Oh, thank you, Patience. Thank you.
Still confused.
Confused but not surprised.
Yeah, I agree.
So, why would you allow me as your wielder?
You seem a fine enough sort. Whether or not you are truly worthy will come in time. We shall see.
Well, I guess I'll try my best.
That is all that is asked, and all that is expected.
She's very polite. I say to everybody else.
At least that's good.
Just be wary of things that talk in your head. They can be a pain sometimes.
Flashback to a three-eyed stone. I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's still in my bag.
Certainly is, isn't it?
Taking up space with a certain brain in a jar.
Certainly is.
They're just both in there. It's just like
They're just
you're
having a
stuck
little
in.
casual conversation.
No, they're just in there, and when the brain in a jar comes in there, it's just like, hey, what are you in for? All right then.
Laeral says, you should feel honored that she would allow you to carry her into battle, Patience. I hear she's quite picky.
I'll keep that in mind every time I have to use her. As I put her away, I guess. Well, do the classic fantasy that I don't think they ever actually use is the back sheath thing. Was there anything else we needed to discuss here? As I look back at everybody else.
Yami lifts a stump and she sees Sunspot. Oh, I'll do mine real quick. Is that okay, Sunspot? I'll do mine. Yes.
Yeah, mine may take a while.
Oh, okay. Well, Lady Laeral, I had a idea. Please, Yami. Well, I've been thinking. We went to the town of Phandalin, a little ways up north, which, in a mining town, which it's kind of fallen on hard times, you could say. The mines have kind of shut down. Wave Echo Cave, not the best anymore. Things happen. But, I've been thinking, Skullport has these mithril mines down there, which, the Xanathar has been keeping running with slaves before we went and, popped him one. So, I've been thinking, what if we were able to transport the miners, the citizens of Phandalin, and bring them here to Skullport to work the mithril mines instead? Yes, good idea. And she's like, well, if they were free, of course, and if they decided to come and work in the mines, I don't see any problem with it. And Yami's like, "Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, I'm glad it has your approval, then, Lady Silverhand. Good, 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 good." Wait, so sorry, Sunspot. I just wanted to. Yes. And Laeral's eyes turn to you.
So are you familiar with it was Unicorn Run near where the fortress was?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you familiar with Unicorn Run?
Her smile kind of goes away. I am.
Do you know about the fortress near there that was abandoned?
I do.
Have you ever spent any time there?
I think she takes a long breath and kind of leans back, and she says, "Yes, I did. In fact, my friends and I built that fortress quite some time ago."
Oh.
It was the headquarters of our adventuring group.
Was?
Was. Yes. The Nine, we were called.
Were there 9 of you?
There were.
Hey, sometimes you gotta check. I mean, sometimes
Well.
people just say a number and
There weren't always 9 of us, it's true, but yes, by the end there were.
And sometimes 9 is a different word completely in another language. And people get it confused.
Well, yes. I've heard it
it's goblin for.
Yeah. I'm glad we went on the same wavelength. She says, yes, but there was you're adventurers. You know that sometimes there are incidents that occur that test your friendship and test the lengths you're willing to go to for each other. And she looks at Sunspot and she says, "We've met, haven't we? Before today."
Sunspot just gets a little nod. You're missing your crown, though.
And she sort of puts her hand on her face and she looks up at the portrait of herself, and sort of nods and says, "Yes, thankfully I am. Thankfully I am." You see, many, many years ago, gosh, 150 or so,
Give or take.
give or take, my friends and I, the 9, we were adventuring in the great Anarok Desert and discovered in the ruins an artifact called the Crown of Horns. And I considered myself quite an expert with magic items and experimented with the crown. And then I realized my mistake far, far too late when the crown, to put it lightly, drove me mad and took over my body.
Oh, I've heard of that spell.
Long time. She sort of,
Mm-hmm. So, it possessed you?
From what I was able to discern, the crown was the last vestige of the dead god Merkel, the Lord of Bones. And whatever foul essence still remained of him was inside of that crown. And when I was foolish enough to put it on, to try and test its power against my own, I failed. And much like Azuredge here, actually. Some items have minds of their own, and sometimes those minds don't agree with yours.
You should really be careful about things you touch.
Yes, I most certainly learned that lesson that day.
Sunspot knows he touched a heart and he died.
Yeah, Laeral.
Valorek just kind of goes.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing that story. It's when you guys were in Undermountain, right?
It was, yes.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Laeral has a lot of experience with elves dying.
And she says,
I look over at her like, what?
What?
Like I'm expecting like a Nazi commander hat, officer hat to be on her for some reason.
Wow.
Whoa. That got dark.
Yeah.
Well, he said experiencing killing elves like it's a genocidal thing. He doesn't know. It's out of context.
Laeral says, she just sort of looks at you, Sunspot, and says, who were they? If I might ask.
They were my friends. You know how when you disintegrated the little one and then they all ran? Yeah, I was the last one out. I was there.
Let's see.
Wait. What?
I think we should leave Sunspot. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna stand outside the room for a bit.
Solaris stays right where she is.
Yami's also just gonna kind of gonna put an arm around Solaris. Maybe we should.
Oh. What? Okay.
And Fellorak is gonna be like, I'll leave the note with you, Lady Silverhand.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm gonna go back to Luskin.
I'm gonna head out.
As the door is shutting, Solaris is like, are you sure you know what's up with this thing?
And Laeral's hair, Sunspot, is basically the opposite of what you saw when you were little. At this very moment, it almost looks like her hair is just wet and like plastered down around her. And she just kind of looks back up at you. Her eyes are sort of, these very bright green, almost like your own, and wet with tears that are sort of welling up. And she says, sorry doesn't even begin to encompass what I want to say.
Nope.
No. And whether I was I do want to apologize for my foolishness. If I hadn't been reckless all those years ago, your friend would still be alive.
Yes, he would.
Would. Many, many people suffered because of what I did. I'm well aware of that fact. And I'm sure there are still people, even in Waterdeep today, who would say that I still carry that taint within me. Maybe to some degree they're right. I don't know. I know I still feel the burden from it.
I feel not same thing you feel, but watching your friend die in front of you kind of changes a little kid. Because we were just going to explore and have fun. And then you kind of popped right on out and just
And she just sort of sits there sort of just looking down at her line of frogs and snails on the front of her desk, not really looking up at you, Sunspot. This isn't something that I was expecting.
I wasn't really either.
You know, sometimes you live so long and you've done so many things. The years pass and you just try to forget and try to hope other people don't remember who you were and the mistakes you've made. And she sort of looks up at you and says, but I suppose that's not fair.
No, because I don't get the luxury of just forgetting it.
No. No, you don't.
And I mean, you weren't even there for the after effect when we all had to go back to the village and say why only 3 of us came back and not 4.
There's nothing I can say or nothing I can do to repair this, Sunspot. I know that. But I hope I will do my best, if not to make up for this, then to at least do enough good in the world that all I can think of are dumb words. For all my diplomacy, for all my well-spokenness, I can only think of asking for forgiveness and hoping that I can somehow make amends, but none of that's possible.
Not really, no.
No. If you bear a grudge for this, I understand. I'll say that.
I haven't decided yet.
Understandable. Know that I'm not the same person I was when we met.
I mean, I could say the same thing. I'm not the same person I was when we met.
Perhaps for the better, in both cases.
Maybe.
Perhaps for the worse. But we make our mistakes and we learn. And we have our traumas that we'll never forget and we'll always carry it with us. I apologize that I had to be part of one of those traumas for you.
Well, I mean, in a weird way, I'm not going to thank you, but thanks could be given, because when all that happened, I realized even when I was a kid, I couldn't protect my friend, so I kind of promised to myself that I would be a protector. So I started to train hard and got into our little village watch, and then they sent me out in the world to go train more before I come back and defend everybody. So in a weird way, you kind of set everything in motion. Not that that forgives anything, but...
No, of course not. Well, you weren't here when Kurayami and Solaris came by. So I think, given what you've just told me, I think it's only right that I thank you for the role you played in ridding our fair city of the Xanathar.
Yeah, I almost died like 3 times. My bird died. I think he's dead.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. He's died before. He'll probably show up. Probably is an earth elemental now or something.
Dylan looks suspiciously around.
He got turned into mud, so.
And Laeral says, I think that you have proven yourself to be a good protector, Sunspot, in that case.
I mean, I helped keep your city safe. You just didn't know it.
I know.
I'm not talking
And
about the Xanathar, by the way.
Oh.
I'm talking about before then.
Oh. I didn't know. Oh. Just sort of looks surprised.
Sunspot's gonna do a little, like, half bow thing. The Rat King of Waterdeep.
Oh. I did hear something about you, really.
Mm-hmm.
You look very well put together for a Rat King.
It's not as bad as everyone makes it sound.
Really? I guess I've explored the sewers and the dungeons underneath Waterdeep myself quite a bit, so I have no room to judge.
You didn't explore them enough, you didn't find me.
Well, my duties as Open Lord have kept me very, very busy. You know, when I was, and she sort of looks back up at the portrait, when I was the Lady Mage of Waterdeep, after Kelvin freed me from the crown, actually, I had a lot freer reign.
I can imagine.
I feel like I'm shackled to my desk.
Not like literally, right?
Oh, Lord, no. And she stands
Okay.
up and she sort of like hovers up above her desk in her chair and she's like, no.
Listen, with all the stuff I've gone through, I had to just check.
Mm-hmm. And she just sort of land onto her desk in her little slippers that she's wearing. And sort of jump down and sit on the side of her desk.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Of course.
What was actually in the fortress? Because they never told us for real what was in there.
Well,
we always heard the rumors as kids, you know, the old creepy abandoned fortress. Ooh.
There were a lot of things in the fortress that we had put there. There were all the trophies and treasures we had brought back from our many adventures to the distant ruins of Imaskar and Mulhorand and all across the Shar, distant jungles of Chult. There were many things.
Sunspot just nods like he understands what any of these places are. He's just like,
If you can believe it, we even had a functioning tavern in there for a little while.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Some dwarf friends that we had picked up along the way.
Didn't know that.
There were many things. Portals.
Cool stuff.
Good memories and bad. I hope.
Yeah, mine are mostly bad. Actually, only bad.
Yes.
That was the first time I ever went in there.
I hope that perhaps your noodle troll will become something like that someday. Not filled with bad memories, but something just as legendary, just as filled with merriment and joy as our stronghold was.
Maybe. It's hard to say. You know, maybe one day if I ever get back home, which I probably should have gone back a while ago, but no one's really come looking. So, but maybe now that the creepy old woman who disintegrates people isn't there anymore.
Old
Go
is
back in.
old is fair, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't look like you've aged in the past 150 years.
Well, looks can be deceiving, but I do wear it well. Yes.
Well, either way, now that you're not there, maybe we could go back and explore it.
Maybe.
If there's still anything there. It might got picked over.
Well, that is a good question, actually. I haven't checked myself.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out for you.
I wish I had more to say to you, Sunspot, more that would do something, but words escape me like butterflies flying out my ear at the moment.
You say words escape you, then you say like butterflies flying out of your ear? What?
The words, they're just...
I mean, money helps. I'm kidding. I kid.
So, outside.
Uh-huh.
Solaris, do you know 3 Dragon Ante as a pull out a deck of cards?
Oh my god.
I haven't played that in a very long time. Refresh me. What's the rules again?
Are you gonna hustle him? This is out of character. Okay. You don't need to roll. My passive's 8. I think your sleight of hand can beat anything I see. But that's okay. It's just so we plan something less depressing. So that's what we're doing, I guess.
Okay.
Yami, Yami, did you want to join?
Of course I do.
In real life,
holding her cards.
In real life, I don't know how 3 Dragon Ante works. I think there are actual rules, but is it only 1-on-1?
I played it.
Is it only 1-on-1, or can you have 3?
No, it's not. No. You can play in a group.
Yeah.
And actually, the rules basically you have to get dragons of. Basically, you have to put together dragon flights, and different colors of dragons have different points.
Oh.
And like if you have like 3 different dragons of the same color, you get more points based on whatever. And then there's like Bahamut and Tiamat who like are special things, and yeah, it's pretty fun actually. But yeah, you guys play 3 Dragon Ante. Do you actually want to like roll to see who comes out on top?
I mean, we can. I'm proficient, so I don't know what skill that would be. I guess intelligence. Because you're strategizing ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess intelligence would actually be pretty good. Or if you want to bluff, charisma might be important to it as well.
It won't matter because she's going to out-cheat me out the wazoo and just win everything. But I will just do intelligence.
Yeah, I mean, let's
Nat 20. So, freaking whatever proficiency bonus is on top of that.
We got a nat 1.
Solaris gets this is intelligence based. I got a 14. Now, if I want to cheat, what do I have to do?
I'll let you make a bluff check.
So deception?
Oh yeah, deception. Excuse me.
While we're playing, Patience probably casually talks about when he was part of the Watch. This was like the big game they played when they were stuck in like a quiet position.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think Yami's like trying to hold up the cards, but they keep like slipping out of her stumps, so like you can see every card that she has. Just like,
I got an 18 on a deception check.
Oh wow, okay. So I'm gonna say that gives you a +3 to your roll. So you got a 14, right?
I got a 14. So, I got a 17.
17 then. Which Scott, you got what, like a 20 something?
What's our proficiency bonus right now? +3, +4?
+3?
We're +4.
So 24.
Okay. Oh, +4.
So 24.
So you've evidently played this enough, Patience, that you even see through Solaris's bluff, and as much as Yami tries to bluff, yeah, every time she drops her cards, you're like, I'm not so sure about that.
Patience is playing more of like a golden retriever kind of thing, where he's just happy to be playing with everybody, and he doesn't seem to really latch onto him winning by such a large margin. He's just like, hey,
He's just happy
that
to
was,
be included.
yeah, that was a cool game. What, you guys up for another one?
Wow, 3 gold dragons.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he's like. It's like, oh, royal flush. Wow.
Meanwhile, I think Yami's just like grumpy that keeps dropping the cards. Like, not fair.
Psst, Yami, I can hold your cards for you if you want. I won't look.
No, it's fine. No, I can handle it. Patience. Meanwhile,
Solaris,
like
Solaris is like trying to flip it through, and it's like flipping her, and like she's like, "How does he keep winning?" Like she pulls a card out of her sleeve to get a better hand, and he beats her, and she's like, "What?" Yeah.
It's like a kid's cartoon where the bad guy tries deception and stuff, and the good guys are just so well organized that they somehow still work through it. I don't know. I don't know how Three Dragon Ante works. In character, I don't know how Three Dragon Ante works.
Yeah,
Just wins. Anyway.
So, Sunspot.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, do you have anything else to say to Laeral before you head out?
He's gonna start to like leave, and then he's just gonna turn around and point at her desk. You should get a little rat up there.
She looks around and she says, maybe I will. Sunstone, I think, would be a nice one.
Little on the nose, but okay.
Sort of picks up a little one of her little snails and sort of tosses it up in the air and grabs it. And she's like, "Yeah, well, subtlety's never really been my strong suit."
No, I'm pretty sure you were screaming when we found you. Not very subtle.
Well, that sounds about right.
All right, do good.
I'll try my best.
And the Sunspot's gonna walk out.
Okay.
So elves, they live pretty old, right? Oh, hey, hi.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, relatively speaking.
And I'm like, oh, hey, hi. Sunspot like walks out. That's like where I'm at in the conversation.
Solaris throws her cards.
You drop something.
Nope, those are no good. He keeps winning. I don't know how he does it.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yami, I think you would. Why aren't you using your telekinesis to hold the cards?
Listen, it's hard to manage all of the items at once. Okay.
What if we take your hand and we get this clothespin and we like put them on the clothespin and you hold the clothespin? This is Patience pulling a lawful evil meta loophole on your only being able to hold one object.
I mean, I guess that could work. That's ingenious, Patience. What? Did you get an intellect devourer in your head? She sort of like leans and like looks in your ear.
No, it's still in my bag.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, we shouldn't be talking about that.
Oh. What's around? Oh, okay.
Two guards.
Anyway,
I like to think the two guards are just like.
You guys done? Cards aren't really my thing.
Oh yes, yes. I think we should get back to the noodle troll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't you guys want to find like the Ori or something?
Oh
Ori?
yes. Well, Oh
yeah, he left.
Oh,
He did? When did he leave?
When we did, I think that's what he said or something, right?
Oh.
Well, Felrek did say that he would help us look for it in Luskin, since Jarlaxle has, his ties there.
Oh, then he probably just went back to the noodle troll.
Maybe.
Meanwhile,
he didn't get what he wanted.
Meanwhile, he's just like literally staying behind Patience, but since he has 8 passive, he just doesn't see him.
He didn't get exactly what he wanted, but we did sign that contract with him, to be fair.
Oh, that's true. We did.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we have an understanding, even if Luskin can't join right now, right?
It wasn't a no. It seemed more like a maybe.
No, we just have to change Neverwinter's mind.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I mean, why don't we just like put Renaer in charge? coup d'etat and all that.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
I don't think
I mean,
that's how that
Solaris-
works.
Solaris, you said that you hadn't seen Renaer in a while. I mean, not since the
Oh.
Xanathar thing.
I mean,
No.
I remember a few months ago in the Waterdeep Gazette, they talked about that explosion near your guys' tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was from some crazy guy talking about Neverember not being the real king or something, right? What do you think they would do about his son, who's
Mm.
even less qualified?
How is Renaer less qualified?
He,
Well,
at
he's
least
kind
in
of a playboy.
Waterdeep, he's known to be more like a bard than anything else, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
What? No, what are you talking about?
I mean,
I'm
he
talking
hangs
about
out
her-
with, he was hanging out with Floon and Volo when we first met him, to be fair. I mean,
Well, he is a lot older now, so he might be more
That's true.
respected.
well, it's true. He's older than his dad, isn't he? So wouldn't that put him ahead in the line of succession than even his dad?
I mean, I
Is
think
that how that
so.
works?
Why don't we just find the real king?
Who's the real king?
I don't know.
Look, everybody looks at the screen. Which is the coast. Which is the coast is like, I sensed a disturbance. I think they made it purposely
Dylan
vague.
knows, but Yami doesn't.
They made it purposely weird, vague in fourth, didn't they, or something? I've been reading up on fourth edition Neverwinter. So.
Well,
I mean, technically, I'm a king. I'm
Wait.
just saying.
you are? You're the Rat King, yes.
Oh, sorry, Your
Okay,
Majesty.
hold on. Does that
So, but I'm also marrying a princess. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how
You're
that
getting
relationship's
married?
going. I don't know.
Wait.
Maybe.
wait? Oh, wait. Okay. So wait, hold on. Everybody's getting married. Holy crap! What? This is speeding up real fast. Oh my god. Okay, so we're
Man,
first off.
if only I could
Renaer?
find a tiefling
Okay.
girl that was really good at decapitating things.
Well,
She's out there somewhere,
there's someone out
Patience.
there for all of us.
She's
Patience.
out there.
Somewhere.
Right now, I like to think that there's a little
out there.
there's a little bit of star flying out there in space somewhere for me, but dreaming on. But
A radiant elemental appears. We all go blind.
Oh, you call?
Hey guys!
So let's see. We have many options here. I guess we have the intellective hour thing. We have Solaris and Renaer, which we don't know where Renaer is right now. We have Sunspot. Who
I'm sure he's napping.
Sunspot may be a king, but also is marrying a
I
princess.
am a king. I'm already a king. Thank you.
Right. So you might be double king. Okay.
Wait, doesn't he have to relinquish one crown if he marries into another royal family because he can't be like in line for both thrones?
I mean, not necessarily. I've heard some crazy things. Okay, I've heard some crazy things about like, oh, I'm the duke from this one kingdom, but now I'm the king of another kingdom, and it's very messy.
That
that's
doesn't
kind of
seem right.
That's kind of what's been happening back where I'm from.
Also, who killed the Xanathar?
Oh, Entropy did.
Yeah, Entropy did.
So Entropy is the new Xanathar.
Yeah.
Is Entropy the new Xanathar?
Isn't that how it works? Isn't whoever kills the old one becomes the new one?
I mean, from all of my time trying to find him in the sewers and stuff, that was most of the information I could get out of him. Every Xanathar.
Wait, Patience, you're not going to try to kill Entropy now, are you?
No. Entropy's
Please
cool.
don't. She already said we're not friends.
I mean, if she disintegrates
Someone else.
if she disintegrates a tiefling with a fedora for no reason whatsoever, then yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
How can you forget about that?
How could you forget?
Wait, tieflings wear fedoras?
As Sunspot's technically wearing the fedora, probably. He's just like, oh yeah, that's right.
Pulls off a crown, somehow there's a fedora that just appears underneath it.
Zing. The fedora merged into my circlet of blasting.
A fedora lit of blasting.
It's
You
canon.
tip it to
That's
gas
beautiful.
the charge.
My lady.
Memes never die. Anyway, so
Okay. All right, maybe we can figure all this out later. It's oh my god, give me a headache.
well, it sounds like we should do the
No, we're trying to give
the stuff you wanted to do in
Neverember
Neverwinter first. Because then if we do that stuff in Neverwinter, then we can do the Aluskan thing, which would allow that guy to help us find the Ori.
Right.
But the question is,
Just like
How are
setting
we
up the
gonna go back?
dragons in 3 Dragon Ante. You gotta set
mean,
things up, and then
I mean, the question is,
Laeral
aren't
told
we
us
all
not to
kind
get
of
anywhere near.
aren't like you two also still wanted in Neverwinter?
Well, that's why Laeral said we shouldn't go there. Yeah.
I mean, I'm good. I'll be cool.
Oh, you're good.
And they don't know who Patience is, so.
Yeah.
Well,
I
most
can
people
look
I've
like
never-
someone else for an hour a day.
I've never been outside
So did
Waterdeep,
I.
except for when somehow you guys
Wait, you've never
teleported
been
me out.
outside Waterdeep?
Well, until I got magically teleported to a lighthouse, yeah.
Oh my, you're so sheltered. Poor boy.
Hey, I mean, I've lived in that
She puts her arm around
village
you,
in the woods.
Patience, like, oh, I feel so bad. What? She puts her arm around you, Sunspot.
Well, I mean, my family came from El Torel, but I guess I'm happy wasn't there. So
Hmm.
I don't know what happened. It just turned into a crater.
I heard about that. Okay, okay, so, gosh, everybody's coming at me with all these ideas. Goodness, even my galaxy brain can't handle.
But with all this Neverwinter
will-
talk, I think we should go to Neverwinter.
I will say, technically, we do have someone who is meant to make the decisions for us if we can't decide, and it pains me to say that.
All right. Okay. So here's our
As we
choices.
all- as
Everybody
someone
vote.
looks at
Okay.
Patience.
Everybody's
Wow,
voting here.
Sunspot. Thanks, Sunspot.
As
Good
the
job,
decisionist
Sunspot.
of our little franchise of Acquisitions Incorporated, what are we? Where we can't be the C team. That one's already patented.
That's a good point.
The X team.
The X.
The Z team, your literal last choice. Team
The
Z.
Y team, because it's two
Oh.
purposes.
Y team. We're the Y
My team's
team.
pretty good, actually.
Because why are we making them do all this?
We're the Y
Why
team.
them?
All right. Well, I'm casting my vote for. Maybe we should look for Renaer first. Just
I vote
I
for
mean,
that.
I'm kind of leaning that way too.
No. Well.
And then we do other things
And
based
then we
on
can.
what he says.
After we find him, we can figure out the logistics of everything. I mean,
Of murder.
and
Okay.
well,
Well, I mean, no matter what I would flip on my coin, majority is definitely for fighting him first. So we'll do that.
all right. Okay, so we all want to head back to the Noodle Troll for the evening.
Yep.
That plan?
Sure.
Okay.
I do the whole short rest attunement thing.
Yeah. Oh, guys, you want to actually attune with her? Interesting.
Well, hold on. This is a family show. You can't
Yeah.
attune to her.
It's more of she attuned to me because apparently she was
That's
like, "Hey."
fair.
So
Yeah. Okay. Azuredge is actually pretty silent for the evening. But you feel Patience like even when you're not holding her, like when you put her like somewhere, if you do, you feel like this imperious sort of gaze upon you, like you're being judged and watched and observed.
I'm looking at her stuff. It's kind of meditating a bit, but she's able to communicate telepathically. But she doesn't understand my thoughts though, right? She can't detect my thoughts. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not unless you're back at her.
We don't need to roleplay this out, but probably she is okay with me doing that just because I've lived in Waterdeep like all my life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I seem to have this very drive to defend the city, which is like perfect for her criteria. So
actually, when we were playing Three Dragon Ante and you brought up, being in the watch and stuff, I think you heard in your head like, stuff like that. Just her sort of taking little mental notes about things.
okay.
Was that a little steno pad?
And she's like, yeah, you're hired. Yeah. Anyway.
You certainly have some points in your favor. Solaris,
Mm-hmm.
what are you up to?
I'm working on Yami's hands.
Oh,
Wow, that was unexpected. Okay, I wasn't actually expecting a drawing. Holy crap! Well,
Solaris just hands Yami the piece of paper. Here are your hands.
Oh.
Hands you the paper.
Okay, so you spend the evening kind of fiddling, drawing blueprints, messing with various things that might work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Coming up with a secret like compartment for Yami's fan, so it could just.
Oh my god! Like it shoots out.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
You know, you like pop it like this and just.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm,
I love it. And Sunspot, what are you doing? You know, once you get back, you know.
Probably having some drinks. Not getting like drunk, like casually going throughout the night, and just he's probably just lost in thought, thinking of everything.
Just swirling around your chalice of pale wine or something.
And he's probably it's mainly going to be about like what happened when he was a kid and the whole conversation he just had with her, and then probably towards the end his mind's going to drift to his last vision, which he presumes is a previous life of his when he was Half Never, whatever he was being called, and trying to just be like, I have literally no idea what that's about.
Yeah, that's fair. And you know, throughout, Leaf just occasionally sort of manifests and pours you your drink back up, and then just sort of fades back into incorporealness.
Seeing that you seem troubled by your thoughts, Patience would go to sit next to you and be like, "Hey, man, need to talk about that? What happened back there?
You mean like today, or like what happened?
Like with Laeral Silverhand apparently killing your friends or something?"
Singular, one friend. Kind of right in front of me when I was a kid. I guess she was possessed by something and was not herself, and apparently didn't like children in her stronghold, so she killed one of them. And it was right in front of me, and then I ran like hell to get out of there. And we just gone to basically just be kids and explore this weird fortress that was always near where we lived. Typical kid stuff, except for the murder part.
And how did she react today about that?
I mean, she was apologetic. That was kind of it.
Oh, okay. I see. I was playing cards the whole time, but like I was not even really paying attention to the game because it didn't matter. I was more worried. I was more worried that you were gonna do something, you know, like shoot one of your super awesome wyvern striking down key blasts at her or something. I just want you to know that if you ever are gonna do that, I am next to you. I support you. It's fine. Might not be the right decision, but I stick with my friends.
Well, to be honest, I thought about doing it, and then I realized she's very powerful magic user, and I would not have won.
Yeah, you probably would have died, but I would not. I would not have stood by.
Thanks, Patience.
Puts a hand on your shoulder and gets up and goes off to. I guess that's when he goes to attune with that.
Yeah. I think Azuredge does another mental note as you say that. Okay.
I'm switching my alignment now. I think enough has happened to him. I think his alignment's different.
Very interesting. Okay. So the next morning, Solaris, would you want to try and find dear sweet Renaer?
I do. You know, I mean, we had things to take care of, but it has been a little bit since we talked, and I mean, a lot's happened, and I mean, I guess, yeah, we should. We have a lot to unpack.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Oh boy.
I'll give you advantage, actually, since you're Renaer's fiance. I think you have a pretty good, feel for him.
Should know where the hell this guy hides out.
Yeah.
All right.
He's literally right behind Solaris. Hey!
Well, you'd think that I would know, but when I roll a 2 and a 1, so a total of 5,
Oh, wow.
I don't know where he is.
Yeah, you check all of the normal places that you'd expect Renaer to be, and he's not in any of them. Like, you check the taverns, you check, the skewered dragon, you check the yawning portal, you check the noodle troll, like, over again.
Mm.
You check his mansion, which you're like, he doesn't usually hang out there, but nope, not there. You go to the Haven Tree estate, not even there. And you're just like, where the hell is it?
Head to the warehouse where he was stolen with
You
canned
even
goose.
check there. You're like, what? Hello? No, he's not in the pickle. He's not
Hello.
I'm gonna ask everybody else. Has anybody seen him? I can't find him anywhere.
Nah, not really.
Something for Yami.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
Yami says, well, I did look into it. I was keeping my eyes open. I heard that from, my sources. I have those.
Wait, you have sources?
Of course I do.
Okay.
But a magician never really is so tricks, does she? I heard that he had gone to the city of the dead last time someone saw him.
Why?
My sources don't know that much.
Maybe he has some family there.
Floon, who's sitting nearby, says, I'm the source, by the way. Thank you, Floon.
Thanks, Floon.
Floon, here, this drink's on me, and I nod at our bartender.
Oh, right. Yeah, bring that over here. And Leaf just sort of rolls his ghost eyes as he brings it over to Floon. It's like, okay.
Wait, when did he go there?
Well, a couple days ago. I haven't seen him since.
Aren't they supposed they close it at night?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not sneaky, I guess.
I mean, I think okay, well, I'm going to go and see if I can find out anything about him being there. Maybe somebody saw him.
Someone other than Floon.
Side-eye Floon.
And yeah.
No, I'm going to go look for him.
Okay. Does anybody else want to go with Solaris, or do you want to?
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
Oh, okay. Sunspot, you want to go, or do you want to stick around? Or
He'll
do something
go.
else even?
Come on, Sunspot. When's the last time you got to visit the city of the dead?
It's a lovely
When I
place.
touch that heart.
Okay, fair enough, but different city, different dead.
It's true. So all of us, it's not actually very long way from the Noodle Troll to the City of the Dead. Head to one of the major highways, head on down. We actually passed through a plaza here in the ward we're in, where there's the giant head of one of the walking statues. This one was the Sword Maiden before she was broken apart. It actually looks like someone has turned her head into a shop. Like the eyes have been carved out in her windows, and her mouth is like a doorway.
That's pretty cool.
And Yami's like, there are other parts of her that are also shops now.
Which parts?
I wasn't going to ask, but yeah, which parts?
The personality parts.
Okay.
Her huge tracts of land.
Yes, that yes. They're a lingerie shop. Yeah. Me and some friends before I met Solaris. After I met you two.
Sorry, I'm just actually imagining they just take two tents and they tie them together to make it like a giant bra.
That's pretty good, actually.
Oh, that's good.
Wait, what kind of store is the head though?
You wanna go check?
Is it a bookshop? Yeah, let's go check.
I kind of do actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Your fiance ain't going anywhere. He doesn't walk that fast anymore.
Well, maybe somebody saw
Anymore.
him. Like maybe somebody in the store saw him go this way.
Maybe
He just kind of shuffles along now.
That's so
The old
sad.
man shuffle.
Oh my god.
Don't pick on him. He can't help what happened. It was bad luck, okay?
Cue to him, and he's like, oh, I keep forgetting what the road's called. The main road that goes from north to south.
Yeah, it's like the high road, I think.
High road. He's like at an intersection, and he's wanting to pass, and all you see is just like blurs of carts and shit.
That's pretty good. So the shop inside is actually called Thort's Findings, and there's the bottom floor, which is right past the mouth, and it looks like there's a staircase that basically loops around the inside of this head to various levels that have been set up, and the walls of the interior of this head are just covered in shelves of various knickknacks and treasures, and you might say trinkets, scattered all around that are for sale. There's an old man who's sort of behind the counter with a little cat with wings, sort of purring as he pets it behind the counter, and he's like, "Oh, welcome to Thort's Findings. Oh, you look like smart adventuring sorts. Are you here to buy or sell? Many things.
First, a question.
Yes.
We're looking for an older gentleman. Kind of looks like previous adventuring sort. Maybe passed through a few days ago. Nice, sort of noble clothing, and holds himself really like regal, but like in his 70s.
Oh my goodness. Well, can't really think of anyone in particular. I mean, I get a lot of nobles looking for furnishings for their mansions and such that come in here. Many old adventurers, Waterdeep's a city of adventurers after all.
True.
So, I mean, I couldn't say off the top of my head.
Ha ha ha! Off the top of your head.
Oh, it's the shop. I see.
Yes. Yeah.
I've heard them all.
So,
people have told me my head's full of junk.
Ha! That's a good one.
I like to think it's treasure, personally.
Do you have anything unique that you've gotten in recently?
Oh, goodness gracious. Where could I even begin? He just sort of looks all around. There's all sorts of things. You should take a look. It's almost like exploring a dungeon in its own way. There are treasures from Undermountain, the distant lost city of Omu that was recently discovered once again. There's all sorts of things here.
Somebody lost a whole city?
Yes, well, it's not lost anymore. I hear that one of them, some god is rebuilding it now. Sounds, you can believe it.
Sure. Yep.
Sure.
Uh-huh. Look at Sunspot sideways.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll go exploring in here.
Yes, please, take a look.
I'm gonna go take a look.
I will too.
Okay.
In a book.
A reading rainbow?
There are some books here.
In the reading quasi-elemental plane of rainbows.
So, anybody who's gonna take a look around, I want you all. Anybody who does that, I want them to roll me 4d100.
4?
4d100.
Boy.
I'm going online for that.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
I'm not. I'm rolling this. I'm up for this. I just need a piece of paper to write down on.
Do you want the D100s individually or just the total number?
Individually. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
I'll let you guys go first. Actually, since you guys are rolling,
I'm not. I just got the generator.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
Okay.
mine.
All right, whoever wants to go, lay it on me.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I got a 40,
40,
a 4,
4,
a 33,
33,
and a 91.
91. Okay. Jamey,
I got a 97,
97,
65,
5,
89,
9.
and a 29.
Okay. And Scott,
At 80,
80.
73, 42,
Oh, 42. Good number.
and 67.
Nice.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So let
Yep.
me see here. Actually, let me copy the freaking numbers so I can just look at them in my internet browser real quick.
I gotta ask, is this like a random book generator or is this like an actual chart?
Oh, these are charts. Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Ooh,
We're
interesting.
gonna get so many cool things.
So, Jeanette,
Hi.
Solaris, as she's looking through this shop, the first thing that catches your eye is what looks like a lump of coal.
Of course.
But as you look at it and you pick it up, it actually looks like a gemstone. And when you put it back down, it looks like a lump of coal again. And you pick it up, and it's a gemstone again. I'm like, oh,
I like it.
so that's the first thing you find. The second is, is a diary. It appears to be a diary anyway, because when you open it, it actually looks like it's in a language that doesn't look familiar to you at all. You're just kind of like, what is this? It's not Elven. It's not Common. It's not.
Is
It's
it
not even Dwarvish. You don't read Dwarvish, but it's not that.
is it celestial, draconic, or infernal? Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. You're just flipping through this thing and like.
It's in Blink Dog.
It might be. It might be Blink Dog actually.
Or Troglodyte.
Who knows Blink Dog? Dang.
Or Umberhulk.
The next thing you find, Solaris,
Mhm,
is what looks like a living. I wouldn't even say a branch. It looks like a sprig of a tree with like a very large leaf, like the size of your palm, on it. And it doesn't look like it's dying or like dead at all. It looks very much alive still.
Hmm.
You find, as your fourth item, a large bottle of red larch ale,
Nice.
firmly closed.
Best find in the room.
I got booze.
I found the alcohol.
And
That was banned in the 1420s.
patience.
Mm-hmm.
The first item that you find is a left hand gauntlet.
Oh, that's perfect.
I know. I know. Funny enough. So that is the first item that you find. The second one is a technical manual that has an image of what looks like a mechanical lobster on the front of it.
Uh-huh.
It says apparatus of Gond across the top, user's manual.
Ah. Huh. I threw it over my shoulder.
Let me see. The third item that you find.
Nice, Jeanette. I don't know if you saw that.
Third item that you find is a small silver bell. It doesn't seem to make any noise when you ring it.
Is your perception that good?
But when you like you ring it and it doesn't do anything, you put it down, and when you put it down, the you hear just like a thunderclap off in the distance.
Okay, I've played enough roguelike games. I've anchored a god. I'm just gonna leave it there.
And as you turn around to leave, you see what looks like a badge belonging to a Hell Knight.
What does it say in Infernal?
Oh, it doesn't say anything in Infernal. In fact, it looks like it was from the original Charge, like that time period.
Well, if it's a Hell Knight, they would be under a specific Archdevil's command or something, right? I don't know. If it's
Hell
not.
Rider, excuse me. Hell Rider. Right.
Oh, okay. Okay, that changes things.
Sorry.
Still same reaction, but that changes things.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mean a Narzagon.
It's like, what is that doing? I guess I take that and pocket it.
You're gonna pocket it?
Wait, okay, sorry. Out of context, I left for a bit. What are we doing?
We're in a store.
Yeah, you're in the store.
I definitely do not pocket that then.
Okay.
You have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunspot. Things that you find, my friend. The first thing is what looks like a little mechanical crab that's just sort of sitting on the shelf, and like you're looking at it, and your eyes kind of go away, and you see it move in the edge of your vision. And when you look back, it looks like it has moved position. You just kind of
if I start to look away, does it do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've heard of a rubber ducky that does the same thing.
So that's the first thing you see.
Okay.
Second thing that sort of catches your attention is a nightcap, like a little sleeping cap that has little spiders engraved on it, little spiders embroidered onto it.
Okay.
The third, let me see. Third item is it looks like a red bandana that sort of embroidered on the back of this is like the name of like a bandit gang, essentially. And it looks like this thing has been patched up with like different shades of red here and there, you know. Slightly used bandit mask.
Okay.
And the last one that you stumble across is what looks like a wand of wonder.
Ooh.
I wonder what this wand does.
I mean, I'm going to take all those things in my arms.
All right. So does anybody want to buy anything? The Sunspot, do you want to buy them all?
I kind of do, actually.
All right.
I want to buy all mine, plus the book I caught that Patience threw.
Whoa, okay.
Can I offer a trade?
Sure you can. Yeah.
This badge.
I'm more than happy for a trade.
This badge, where'd you get it?
Oh, well, an adventurer sold it to me, you know. I believe that one came from... Ooh. I was either the Fields of the Dead or it was from Undermountain. I rightly don't remember.
Okay, I'll buy that then.
Okay. So basically, all of these trinkets are like 5 silver each, essentially.
Okay.
Oh, then I'm not going to trade. That's nothing.
Can I go like
I'll hand it
Solaris cuts in front of Sunspot and like she pays for hers, and then she pays for his too because she took his copper piece.
Okay.
Thank you, Solaris.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna roll for Yami one time as well.
Yes, do it.
We'll see what she finds.
Wait, are we in Zoblops?
Huh. This is an interesting one. Yami just looks like she's looking at a note.
What you got, Yami?
So I rolled a note in your own hand that you don't remember writing.
Oh
It's
my!
literally a note in Yami's hand. Like, it's her hand that has a note written on it.
Oh, that's creepy.
What the hell?
So creepy.
He reads the note,
Yami-
you will lose both hands. What?
Yami's just gonna fold it with her mind. Slide it into her pocket. Nothing.
Interesting.
I think we should go find Renaer.
Oh, we should find Renaer.
Mm.
Well, I'm getting forgetful in my old age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine forgetting something.
Weird.
How long ago did I go back to the store owner? No, seriously though, how long ago did you get this? This badge?
Oh, Thort looks at it. Let me think. Couldn't be more than 9 years.
Okay. I was more asking because out of character, I'm like, was this like right before the city disappeared? You know?
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, 9 years ago was well before that happened.
You know, it's funny thinking about it. Hell Rider, Hell, 9 layers, 9. They like the letter 9 from what or number 9, letter, number, numeral, whatever, figure.
They tend to like 6 better, but thank you for the
6?
information.
Oh well, you know, Thor ain't no expert on devils, just an expert on treasure.
Wait a minute. 9. Where have I heard 9 today? 9.
Oh my god.
Nah, probably nothing. Okay, bye.
That's all I know.
I'm like Krunk when he wakes up in the middle of sleep, and you think he's gonna have the epiphany, but he doesn't.
All right, so you guys wanna buy up all these
Yeah.
trinkets?
Heck
Yeah, I just buy the badge.
What was the book that Scotty or that Patience threw away?
It was for the Quash, or whatever. The
Apparatus of Gone
Yeah.
user manual.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I look at the picture? Does the picture on it look like my mechanical crab?
A little bit. It's
I
more
can-
of a, more
I
of
can get a
a-
picture.
looks like more of a lobster.
Oh.
And it actually looks like it has like a window with a little person like waving inside of it on the front of the manual. As you sort of flip through it, it looks like it is like a submersible that you can get into. And there's
Nice.
various little buttons and latches. It kind of reminds you of the inside of the mechanical beholder that Solaris helped put together, you know?
Guys, look, I got a little crab.
Oh,
Don't look at it though. You have to look out of the corner of your eye.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Just trust me on this. Look, it's moving.
Whoa, that is weird.
Is it moving? It's moving.
It does move when you look at it sort of
Wow.
in your peripheral, or when you look away and look back, it is in a different position.
Also, I got a hat and a bandana and a wand.
Oh, I got a lump of coal, a book, another book, a branch, and a bottle of booze.
I want to inspect this wand more.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it appears to be a magical
bottle.
wand. It has various runes of limbo on it, the plane of chaos and freedom and individuality, you know?
That can't be bad.
I like it.
Try it out.
I don't know if I should in the middle of a store.
Oh, we should go outside in the street.
Yeah, let's try it out. I'm gonna try
Okay.
it out.
Yeah. All right.
What do you cast it on?
That's a good
It's a-
question.
Is there like is there like a tree nearby or something that's not a person?
Yeah,
ooh.
there's actually in this little plaza where the shop is, there are trees sort of around. Yeah.
Is there like a convenient can of trash
Is
or
there like
something?
is there a tin can on a fence?
I'll say
I get-
yes.
Okay, I want to aim it. First, I'm
There's
gonna put
some-
on my bandana so I look cooler,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna use the wand.
Okay.
I'm
For
standing right next to Sunspot when he does it.
Oh me.
A,
AT100, my friend.
Yeah.
a Trism cat is like on the opposite end of the fence, like way over there, but it's like sleeping.
A lot of D100s flying this session.
I know. 5.
Ooh,
Interesting.
5.
So let's give a look here. Let's go.
Will save for the can. It fails.
Why?
What does a 5 do?
Oh, interesting. Me.
Oh boy. Oh, this is legit one. Did you just seriously buy like a magic wand for 5
Okay.
silver?
So
I would love it if I did.
you hold it and point it at this can, Sunspot, and the can suddenly flies towards you. It sticks to your hand.
Cool.
It doesn't come off, does it?
It's just sticking to your hand.
That's fine.
Try it again. Try it again.
I don't know if I should.
Oh,
Good thing I didn't.
come on.
Good thing I didn't cast it on the tree. That would have sucked. Ah!
Try it again.
I'm good.
Can I try it?
I take out a single unlit torch and I put it up there.
Oh my god.
Can I try? Can I try?
Sunspot.
Can I try Sunspot?
Give it a shot.
You have to give it back.
I promise.
Okay.
I take it.
It only has 1 charge a day and it's gonna explode.
I point it at the torch that's not lit, and I flick it.
Okay, roll me a D100. Jeanette.
All right.
It explodes.
36.
36, you say?
36.
Let's see. 36.
It flies towards the sleeping cat.
Roll me another D100.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
What is this? What is this
55?
wild magic sorcery you got going?
Okay, where do you point it?
I pointed it at the unlit torch that patient stuck at the other end.
How far away are we firing this off at? Are we going like 10-foot range or what?
That's a good question too.
I'd say 15
Probably.
feet.
So, appearing on the torch is a rat.
Hey, I know you. Squeaky, squeak, squeaking.
I look over at the flying cat that's sleeping.
The cat, one of the eyes pops open.
I tried to
Across the fence.
I tried
And
to
the rat.
fling the can off my hand at it.
Make me a strength check. See if you can fling it off.
Check or saving throw.
Just check.
I'm proficient in saving throws. I'm not in anything else. 15.
Oh wow, okay. Let me see how strong this little magnetic charge is. Okay. So you are able to like whip your arm just fast enough that it flings off, and it goes
Does it hit the cat?
and it hits the cat off the fence, and the rat goes over and it gives you a little wave and then it ducks into a sewer.
Bye, buddy. Okay, give me my wand back.
Here,
Thank you.
take this. I don't know what this does exactly, but you take this.
I
As
take
a,
it and put it in my pocket.
as a bonus action, a cat heals 4.
Oh
Wait, I did roll damage. I might have killed the cat.
no! Don't
Oh,
kill
no.
the cat. Oh no!
How much damage does a tin can do?
You're not proficient, so it'd be 1 plus your strength.
I think it'd be 1. Yeah. Plus strength.
Maybe your strength.
Strength of my strength mod.
Your modifier.
So
Yeah.
0.
Oh, okay. So 1. Cat's still fine.
Because I have a -1 modifier to my strength. I just daze it a little.
So what is that
And I take
rat
the
real?
bandana off.
Did I just like create a rat out of nothing?
Maybe.
That's
teleport
Ooh,
crazy.
ooh, 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 let me try it. And I grab the wand and I shoot it at the torch.
No!
Okay. Only do 100.
Yay!
Stop using my wand!
Alignment immediately goes back to chaotic. I'm kidding. 59.
Guys, you're gonna break it.
59. That reminds me of me and I were playing Kingmaker, and our alignment kept going neutral good, chaotic good, neutral good, chaotic good. 59. Let's see here.
I start barfing up slugs.
That's an interesting one.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I've never had this perspective before, where the DM just pulls out a book and quietly reads.
And it just goes,
It's the worst.
Okay. So you pointed at the torch, this fence, sort of in this little grassy area on the side of the plaza.
Yeah.
And suddenly the torch grows grass on it. The fence grows grass on it. The grass around starts to grow out and like bloom with like flowers and stuff.
I'm backing up.
I just stand there.
And basically in this like 10-foot sphere, 10 by 10 sphere, grass just like sprouts up from the cobblestones and out of like sides of buildings.
And from
stuff.
the rat?
No, the rat has dipped under a sewer grate, but now the sewer grate is also engulfed with like grass just growing out of it.
I just reach over and just take the wand out of Patience's
Yeah.
hand.
Well, after that, I was going to hand it to you anyway and be like, "You got a good wand."
Wow. Oh, we should go find Renaer. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go find Renaer.
Start walking away.
I like this wand though.
Oh,
pretty cool.
Yami didn't get to try it.
Oh, should I try it?
Yami should try it.
Well, if you
Fine.
insist.
Let me roll Arcana real quick on this wand.
Oh,
Yami-
that's no fun.
Yami says, "Put it in my mouth. I'm gonna do a mouth shot. Let's do it.
No, I have to hold it later. It's
You can wash
gross.
it off.
Give it to her.
Come on.
Fine, I just stick it in her mouth.
Put your wand in her mouth.
Yeah. Pretty average for you to say that to your friends,
Yeah. Perfectly normal.
Let's see.
Staying at least 5 feet away.
This is when the bad stuff happens.
Okay.
My Arcana check isn't to figure out what the wand is. It's more of I'm worried about the charges out of character. I don't want it to like. I don't want
Rolling
to.
through all my charges.
I don't want to break Sunspot's new toy.
Let's see. So Yami, suddenly all around you guys, everything is just pitch black.
Nah.
Who turned out the lights?
I got this. Just step back about 20 feet.
But I can't see anything.
Yeah, just step
I
straight back.
I step back and I just slowly step back. My hands out. Do I eventually see again, Dylan?
Yeah, you do eventually see it.
Oh, whoa.
There's a ball of darkness beside the grass ball. Wow.
Have my wand back.
Oh, hello.
Eh.
Spits it at you.
I can't see. I don't know where it is.
It's on the
Grab
ground.
on the ground. I thought you were gonna grab it. Your monk stuff.
We're in darkness. How am I supposed to see where it is?
I don't know.
I just feel around on the grass. Guys, this isn't cool.
I can't see you. You're in a ball of darkness.
Eventually, actually, roll me just like a freaking perception check, I guess, with disadvantage.
Okay.
Whoa.
11.
11. Okay. So you look around and you are not able to find it as you're just sort of
Oh no.
going around in it.
A little rat runs by with a wand in its mouth.
Judas!
You see the cat chasing
The
it?
cat has the wand. It's
Finally.
tin can. Ah!
Badly, I've been trapped in this form for 10,000 years.
Free at last!
Nah!
Anyway, so
Oh.
I will assist very poorly.
I mean, I assume the darkness is gonna go away at some
The
point.
darkness does go away.
Okay.
I got a 4 total as I went to go in to help.
After the darkness goes away, the long grass is still all around, and you don't see it on the cobblestones.
I'm gonna look
pull
for
out
it.
my short sword and I'm just gonna start hacking the grass.
Where's my fucking wand?
I got a 28 to look for it.
Oh my god. Okay, Solaris, you find it.
So I let Sunspot hack at the grass for a little bit, and I'm watching, like waiting, and I'm like, "Oh, Sunspot, it's not over there. It's right here.
Give it.
Here,
No more playing with my wand.
no problem.
And I shove it in my pocket.
It's really nice.
I'm keeping it.
Here, do you want to hold my piece of coal?
I don't like when everyone plays with my wand and put it back in my pants.
I'm putting my wand away. Zip.
Oh, we're back in high school.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right. So, you guys get to the City of the Dead.
Yep.
Oh,
Eventually.
yeah, that's what we were doing.
Eventually.
And everything is sort of it's kind of a park. People are out sort of in the autumn air. Leaves have been piled up here and there under trees. And as you're sort of walking around, you do find a crypt that bears a name that you might recognize, Solaris.
Mm-hmm.
It is Brandath.
Brandath.
And when you think about it, Renaer's house is called Brandath Hall.
Interesting. I walk toward this crypt, sort of giving it, like, kind of glancing around to see if I notice anybody nearby, or if it looks like perhaps the crypt itself has been disturbed.
So, as you are approaching, there's actually like shouts where there are 3 kids who are like holding onto this kite that's shaped like it's actually shaped like Tiamat up in the sky, and they're like, "Come on, hold on to it tighter, Jinx. You're so big, you can hold it." And there's this little tiefling kid, this little chubby kid, and a sort of lanky, tall girl with like scruffled hair, and she's like trying to push the tiefling kid away as he's just like sort of jumping, trying to like climb the line. But this kite seems to be sort of getting away from them in the autumn air.
I think I remember giving one of these kids an apple once.
They ran Yami over the cart.
They did. They did.
But I still gave them the apple.
So they try their best to hold onto this kite, but it actually like is ripped out of their hands and flies and crashes into a tree right next to this mausoleum, essentially.
Can I go over and try to retrieve the kite for them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You want some help, Solaris?
Sure. Give me a boost. Ow! Bad knees.
So
if this is how you want to do it, I could hoist you up.
So you guys go over towards the tree and like start to hoist up, and the tree moves, and it sort of these 2 woody eyes open up, and it says, "Only the blood of Brandath can come near. Be gone!"
Oh my god, that thing just talked.
Yo, we just want that kite, dude.
It looks up. You can't really see.
It's I mean, I could get it.
I'm standing on your shoulders like, whoa.
I'd put Solaris down.
It sort of leans over towards you. Now be gone! Only the blood of Brandath can enter.
Has anyone entered recently?
Only the blood of Brandath.
Has anyone of the blood of Brandath entered recently?
Yes.
Is it a person or does the actual blood have to go in?
What did he look like? Or she? Or they?
He was an old gentleman.
How old?
No.
Like this old, it's Sunspot's gonna point at Solaris.
I don't think trees are good at judging ages.
I'm not that old.
Looks like quite a youngin. He looks at Solaris.
Wow. Why did he go inside?
Because he's the blood of Brandath. His mother, actually.
His mother.
Quite a nice person.
Does it count if I'm engaged to him? Can I go in after him?
Oh.
Like our
Yes.
children will be the blood of Brandath, so
Well-
does that count?
I guess you're technically not, though.
I guess okay. See, this is interesting because I was put here to guard.
Can I just like, as this is
Okay.
going on, just walk towards the door?
Okay, so Tree, I have an idea, and I unfold out my voting kit that I get, and I go, all right, so we're gonna vote. Is she the blood of Brandath? So,
Shut
all right,
up, Patience.
so the tree no, this is just fair diplomacy here. So the tree gets a vote, you get a vote, and I get a vote, and Sunspot.
I just walked, not even.
Sunspot gave me
towards
his
the door.
Yeah, he gave me his voting option, and he votes with me.
Yeah, I vote with Solaris too. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah,
Am I able to
see?
get to the door? Like, am I being stopped by anything?
No, he's not paying attention right now.
I'm just gonna walk in.
He's like looking at the voting stuff. He's like, so what do I fill in the dot?
I just gave a general charisma check to see how distracting I am for the tree, and I got an 18. I'm not.
Oh, yeah, he's like
It's not intentional. I'm actually just trying to do my job.
I'm just walking in.
all right. So when you walk in through the door, Sunspot, you sort of pass through an archway and find yourself in standing by the edge of a lake.
A lake.
And it looks like there are tombstones sort of around this lake, with sort of the image of this people in repose sort of atop them.
How big is this lake?
20 feet across.
Do I see anybody else in here?
Yes. It looks like Renaer Neverember is here.
Where's he at?
I think he's sort of sitting on a bench. Actually, he's sort of sitting cross-legged in front of one of these tombs, it looks like.
Is it a tomb on the other side or is it near me?
Yes, it's on the other side. Actually, and it looks like it's in a pavilion that's been built as well.
Does this look like a normal lake? Because I want to do something.
Lake.
Oh.
I mean, yes. It does look like a normal lake.
I mean, is it just water? Like, it doesn't look like anything.
It does look like water. Yeah.
It's not like
across the freaking lake.
It's not the plane of fire where it's a
Not lava, yeah.
No, I think they're lead or something, aren't they?
Molten metal, yeah.
Or I'm probably thinking somewhere in hell, but whatever. Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna use my movement to run across the water to get to the other side.
Yes.
Since I can walk on water now.
Okay.
Okay, Jose.
You run across the water. Let me see if Renaer even notices. Renaer, hearing this, turns and is like, "Oh,
Hey.
Sunspot.
Yeah.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Oh, just enjoying the silence, Solid.
No, well, we were looking for you.
Oh. Yeah. Did Solaris come with you?
Yeah, she's arguing with a tree. He's not a very good guard tree.
Well, he does his best. But...
I mean, I literally just walked in.
Meanwhile, outside.
Outside, the three kids.
Outside, you're having the hanging chat argument because the poll wasn't properly punched. It's like, I don't know what the vote is.
the three kids come out of the pile of leaves that they were sort of dragged into by the kite, and the tiefling kid, he sort of stomps over to you, Solaris, and he grabs the kite and
Hey!
yanks it
we,
away from you.
we discussed you being polite last time I met you.
And the little tiefling's kid's like, I don't know you.
I gave you an apple when you ran my friend over with the cart you tried to take off with.
No, I don't like apples. And the girl's just like,
Wait, you're a rogue, right?
I am a rogue.
You know, thieves can't.
mm-hmm. She sort of chuckles to herself. And she sort of grabs the tiefling by his ear. And he's like, ow, Nat, stop. And kind of drags him away. And she sort of gives you a bow. And she looks at Patience and she sees you and she sort of like looks you up and down and she points at you and she
What'd she do again? I'm sorry. Oh, you want to see this? I pull out the axe. I don't think I can trust you with this, little girl.
I mean, it's gonna go heavy when she tries to touch it. It's
How about this? How about this one though?
huffy.
How about this one though? As I conjure up my celestial longsword, she holds it. 6 seconds later, it disappears.
Oh, well, she as soon as she grabs it, she's like, oh, and she swings it around a little bit, and it disappears, and she's like,
oh, actually, wait, no, it's a minute. I just looked it up.
ooh, a minute. All right, so for the next
you
minute,
armed a child.
she's holding this thing, and she turns around.
I can dismiss it.
Jinx is like, whoa, Nat, that's so cool. And she just sort of grins. And she starts chasing Squidly with it.
Oh, that's when I dismiss it. Yeah.
No.
So these kids just start running around, playing with each other. And if you do tell Renaer that Solaris is with you, Sunspot, he will accompany you out.
Hey guys, I found Renaer.
Is Renaer still missing a hand?
Yes.
I see him and I go, oh, where have you been? We've been looking all over for you. And I give him a hug and then give him kind of a swat on the back of the head.
Sorry, I've been thinking about some things.
Everything okay? Aside from us being old?
Well, I think everything could be okay.
Do tell.
Well, between this, the old thing and losing my hand, all that, I've been thinking a lot about who I am and about my mortality.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been disintegrated by the Xanathar in an instant and just been gone from the whole world.
But you're not.
I'm not. I know, I'm not. And I look at this place and I remember the wonderful woman that my mother was. And I remember how much my father supposedly loved her, even while he saw other women behind her back and pulled all sorts of schemes. But I worry that I'm more like him sometimes than I am like her. I mean, and he sort of looks at Jamey and says, I was so quick to try and protect him after Jamey, you skewered him like you usually do. Yes, he deserves it. He does, I think. And I shouldn't be so quick to run to his defense like that, but I don't want to be someone that disappoints you, Solaris.
I'm not disappointed. He's your father. I understand. Family's complicated.
And thinking about how either of us could just be gone. I think we should get married sooner rather than later.
Oh, how soon are you thinking?
Well, in 2 weeks, there's the Feast of the Moon. And I know how much Salune means to you.
I mean, I'd be okay with that. I think I was the one who, went for the quick engagement,
Nice.
I mean, I had to lock you down. You're kind of a catch.
Well, I appreciate that. You kind of called for it by doing that. So I guess you have to live with the consequences, huh?
That's true. You do have to live with the consequences of your actions, but I think this is one I can live with. And it doesn't matter how long it's for, if it's, if we got our time cut short, or if, we figure something else out afterward.
I agree. And Renaer just sort of holds your hand and leans down and gives you a kiss. And as that's happening, you hear a voice in your head, Solaris,
Oh no.
that says, "Don't forget the fountain of youth, Solaris." Mm.
Oh my god, is that the god Bane?
Wouldn't you want to look so young and pretty and youthful when you get married?
I think back to it. Timing is everything. And this is probably not a good time for that. But yes.
Okay.
Solaris.
And that's where we'll end it.
I was
Wait.
born by the fountain of youth.
Am I able to do something very quick?
So you can, yeah.
I want to go up to the tree
Yeah.
and say,
Oh no.
hey, so since I went into the mausoleum, does that mean I'm the blood of Brandeth now? Since I
I
was
think
able
we
to
need
go
to
in?
hold another vote.
I vote
That's
yes.
very confusing.
Man, wow, my job's busier than I thought. I'm gonna run out of paper for ballots soon.
Oh my god. All right, that's where we'll end it for today. So, let's go around. Hey, Jamey, let's start with you. You got anything going on? Any announcements to make? Anything? Any words of wisdom?
Everybody stay home. That's a good word of
Please stay
wisdom.
home.
Good words of wisdom.
Stay home. That's really it.
All right. Don't go to the city of dead or play with your
Yeah.
wand of wisdom or wand of wonder. Yeah.
Stay home.
I need a wand of wisdom.
The wand of wisdom. That is yummy. Scott, what do you got going on?
Stay home, stay safe. If you need to get out, but make sure you wash your hands. I find going on a little walk, even if it's just going to walk in a park or going down a block and back, will help significantly. You don't need to go out and like get in everybody's face within coughing distance, and you should be fine. Unless you're sick. And if you're sick, definitely just stay inside.
Stay inside and treat yourself.
Yeah, exactly. There's these 2 really cool games that just came out yesterday.
2 games.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
true. There are, yeah.
And I can't play either of them.
Neither can I.
And there's many other games, and everybody's out to support everybody. Speaking of that, now I think about it, on a less depressing note, the DM's Guild just came out recently, tied in with Aya Golender, one of the players in Power Score RPG's Dungeons Academy. She has yay!
Yeah.
May or may not be Yami's girlfriend, and out of games.
Ooh.
Her warlock, we made into a warlock patron called the Connection of All. And it's available for free on the DM's Guild. Pay what you want, I should say, specifically. So you should definitely go check that out. She did all the artwork, and it's all great, and it's very wholesome. So, yeah. And then also, If you're watching this live on Twitch, down below there's playlists to all the shows that show up on here. Later tonight, in less than 2 hours, we'll be continuing our Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign, where the group is they were supposed to scout, but it's more like invading a Sahuagin fortress now. They just wiped out pretty much the whole first floor. Surprisingly very well. And I had another note. What was it? Oh, well, I can't think of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go to someone else.
And Jeanette. what
Oh,
you got
hey.
going on?
Oh, well, on my channel, Uncanny_Adventures, we play some games tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna play some Skull and Shackles, D&D 5e. Yeah, I think Dylan might be there for that one. Yeah, we might have some new character art by a certain Capt Callie on Twitter, our dear
Hey.
Callie. So, yeah, we got some new character art and it looks really good. So I've got to get the overlay updated. Yeah. And otherwise, you can find us every other Monday, so the off Monday from tomorrow, playing Beneath the Burning Sun, a Call of Cthulhu adventure at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And every other Tuesday, which will be Tuesday this week, at 7 p.m., we're playing Shadows over Stillwater, another Call of Cthulhu adventure. Both of those are set in the Old West, and that's also at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And Callie plays in the Shadows over Stillwater one and has also done the artwork for that as well. So thank you, Callie. Callie's an awesome artist. I love commissioning Callie stuff.
Yeah, also, really nice hoodie. Where could I get one of
Oh,
those?
hey,
I
look.
felt like I
Yeah,
heard
like-
Uncanny Adventures somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you pop over to my Twitch channel down in the information, there's a little link to merchandise because Streamlabs lets you make some merchandise, and I think the hoodie came out pretty good. There's some other shirts and there's some coffee mugs, and it's just for fun. So if anybody's interested, I got to get a cool sweatshirt, so I'm excited.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Yep, and it's comfy and it's warm and it's so cozy, and I don't even have to turn the heat up in the room right now because I have a sweatshirt. So, and yeah, you'll see me later on if you watch Ghost of Saltmarsh, and my monk Katie is gonna jump in and get into this fray. I left them alone last session, and I guess things have gone crazy.
It's fine.
Sure, everything's good. It's all fine.
And,
No problem.
Oh,
guys can find us doing more Chaos Crew things. I guess we'll see what we do next time. Jeez. Here, Saturdays, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, or EDT, whatever. And you can also find our backlog of episodes on my YouTube channel, Dylan Ramsey.
It's also listed below on Twitch if you're here on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
ooh.
I have a playlist where you can watch just the ones I've DM'd. You can watch the sessions that Jeanette DM'd, and then that Sean DM'd, and then the ones I DM'd. You can do all sorts of things. The world is your oyster. So while you're inside, go enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you next week, everybody.
When you're
Bye.
still inside.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bye.
probably.
Bye.